Gordon, big weekend this weekend. This is where you usually start all your better horses off in Down Royal on Friday and Saturday, and we start off with a very promising horse, very exciting horse, American Mike. We seen him schooling there this morning. He's a great way of going about him, and you must be delighted with him.
Yeah, he jumps well, Dave. We're very happy with him. He done everything right last year. He wasn't right after Punchestown, but other than that, he didn't do foot wrong all year. He jumps very well. We decided we'd step him up and trip, just to give ourselves more options. It looks, I suppose, take Gavin Cromwell's horse out, it looks a winnable race, but Gavin's horse is no mug. He's very good bumper form, but Ireland's in good form. Looking forward to running him.
Let's be clear about it. You have Thunder down under as well that Davy rides in that, but just to go back to what you said about the trip, what's the thinking behind that with American Mike over
look, we took on Willie's bumper horse Fast Side Vega a couple of times over two miles last year, and we weren't able to manage him, so I suppose just looking to open more doors, so I thought that was the reason why we did it.
Okay. In the handicap then you have Jungle Pros and Walk in the Walk, sorry.
Yeah, both horses have chances. Both of them look like they're nicely handicapped. Jungle Pros got £11 for winning the last 10. That's probably why Jack went for Walk in the Walk. It's got a lighter weight, but both horses have good chances and looking forward to it.
Liberty Dance then jumps into the deep end in the grade 3 then.
It's her first run over hurdles, but she's been schooling very well at home. We'd said we'd take our chance in this. If she gets placed in it, we can go back for a maiden hurdle, but she's a good mare and she's done nothing wrong so far, so we're looking forward to her.
And two, of course, of the real exciting horses that are in the yard are Phil Dore and Pied Piper.
Yeah, it looks like on rating side it's a 2-horse race. Look at both horses are owned by the one owner, very sporting owner, Andrew Brown and Gemma of Colwell Construction, and he was keen to let both horses take their chance. So he's a sporting man, and why not?
Pied Piper, of course, has had a run, and Phil Dore, this is going to be his first run. So yeah. Which one would you be favouring? Would you favour Pied Piper because of the run?
Pied Piper probably on fitness wise could just have the edge tomorrow.
And Phil Dore, long term, will we see him go chasing?
Yeah, you'll definitely see him going chasing sooner than later. He's schooled well at home, and he jumped his hurdles all last year, like he wanted the fence, so he's a horse we're really looking forward to during the year.
You wouldn't miss him on the gallops. He's a beautiful horse, isn't he?
Gorgeous horse, big posing grey horse, a real nice horse.
And then in the other handicap in the chase, then the Greek and Greavy, then Jack and Davy again. Right?
Yeah, both horses, I suppose. The handicapper, hasn't missed him. He's doing his job, but both of them, I suppose, through being consistent, are probably the wrong end of the handicap. But look, both of them take their chance.
Two-time Grade 1 winning novice hurdler last season, Mighty Potter. Now starts off over fences. Very exciting. We've seen him school this morning. He's going to be I know it's that cliche of whatever he did as a hurdler as a bonus, but it really was for him.
To be fair, he always looked like he was going to be a good chaser. He's been schooling well at home. We're looking forward to running him in Down Royal. Jack is very happy the way he's schooling, so listen, it's exciting.
Mars Harper runs in that as well.
Yeah. I suppose the more rain falls, probably the lesser chance he'd have. But he's a very sporting horse, and a few of his owners are from up that part of the country, so it's very keen to have a runner.
Only 3 runners in the bumper on Friday, which is surprising to see. You have better days ahead. Yeah,
disappointing probably to see only 3 turning up in the bumper. Marshall Watson's got a runner in it. The Crawford horse, I suppose you always have to respect. They're very, very shrewd, owned by Simon and Isaac, so their colours you always have to be afraid of. But Ireland's a nice horse. I'm looking forward to starting them off.
Look at the big race. You have 2 of the 5 that are entering. That's Conflated and Galvin. We've seen both of them schooled this morning over fences. Yeah. Both look in great shape.
Both are in good form. Galvin has, I suppose, race fitness on his side. I suppose the one negative of Galvin is I wouldn't want to get bottomless heavy, but he's in good form. He looks stronger this year. I was very impressed with what he done in Punchestown. He's given away £12. But it's a good race, Conflated obviously is a Grade 1 winner. He ran very well in entry. He ran well in Cheltenham too. You've got Envy Allen, Kemboy, and Noel Meets horse down the bottom, Beacon Edge. There's only 5 runners, but it's a hot race.
Conflated looks very well. You wouldn't think that he hasn't had a run, would you?
No, he looks great. Thought he came back and looking a lot stronger this year, and the lads that ride him out at home are very happy with him, so we'll see what happens.
Fury Roads, we see him back out. His obviously second to Brave Man's game in Aintree, and we've seen how impressive he was the other day.
That's right. Listen, he's done very little wrong all year. again, I might be a bit worried with very, very soft ground with him, but look, we're kind of, our hand is forced, we have to run him this type of race. You know, he's taken on Gavin's horse a couple of times, Philemir, you know, and you know, there hasn't been much between them, but you know, the ground is a worry.
Very exciting horse in the bumper on Saturday is King of Kingsfield.
Yeah, he's a nice horse. He won his point to point well, so we're looking forward to running him. You know, we always try and have a nice one for down Royal, so hopefully, two nice horses run the bumper. I'll be well.
Obviously, we could spend all day going through so many of other horses that you have, but looking at some of the horses that we've seen schooling over fences this morning, Three Stripe Life, he's going to be a very exciting chaser.
Yeah, he is. He's jumping very well. We're really looking forward to him. You know, look, as you say, David, if you start naming them, we'll be here all day. But very lucky to have a great bunch of horses. You know, brilliant staff and a brilliant bunch of owners.
Can you go through the card on Friday? Or do you think that way?
Actually, you dream about it. You know, we were close to one day in Navan, but listen, we've got loads of chances, so you never know.
How important is this weekend to you? Is it just, if it's not broke, don't fix it, so you try and go back there every year?
Exactly, it works for me. You know, I've always liked going racing up the north. You know, from when I was young, going point to point, and I have a lot of good friends up there, and it's kind of worked for us. You know, it's good racing, so why not?
Looking ahead then for the after Down Royal, then Mighty Potter, I suppose, is the standout horse of the weekend for you. What will be his plans for the season?
Actually, look, you'd be hoping everything goes right on Friday. You know, it's horse racing, it doesn't always, so we'll get Friday out of the way. But if everything did go right, I suppose you'd be looking at something like the Drinmore. But listen, we'll get Friday out of the way and see what happens.
Good. Listen, thanks very much for having me this morning. Horse is looking great shape, and very best luck the weekend.
Thanks, David. Cheers.